Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome to a Cornish First Look at Rearview Mirror, a noir visual novel game produced by Cubus Games and published by Cubus Games. They have sent me a press code to basically do an issue, sort of my review of it, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a Cornish First Look. First things first, I will say, I'm probably not going to, this is not going to be a particularly long video. The thing with visual novels is the main aspect of them is, in my experience with stuff like Scarlet Hollow, is the narrative and the story. And so I really don't want to play too much of the game to spoil too much of the story. Plus, the demo isn't particularly long. It goes for about 30 odd minutes. So I'm probably going to do like a 15-20 minute video, show off the general, get the general mechanics and feel of the game down for you, the viewer, and then we are going to probably leave it there. First things first, though, I will say this game has no, as in its current form, which is in early access. It was released at the end of January in early access, and is still being developed. So I will leave a link in the description below if you're interested. There are no options for this game, so there's no option settings. You can't change scroll speed, language, though you can change language type. You can't change font settings, brightness, contrast, any of that. That's not available, which is understandable. The game has just come out in early access, but even so, they need to, in my opinion, they need to have settings. They need to have resolution settings, color settings. If you're doing a visual novel, I really think you need to have the ability to change the font style for the reading text if you're, for example, dyslexic, or if you have color blindness, but maybe I've just been spoiled by games like Scarlet Hollow. So let's dive in. Are you sure you want to delete till current data and start again? Yeah. You can only have one save as well. That's something else I'm not a fan of. I don't particularly like games, visual novels especially, where you must have one save. It means that multiple playthroughs becomes a bit tedious. 20 years watching the dawn break from inside this cell. It didn't matter that we didn't want to kill him. It didn't matter that we didn't want to kill him. Just to give him a fright, things got out of hand. Marino. The day has finally arrived. Say goodbye. Salvatore Marino, you have completed your sentence for murder and intimidation with aggravated circumstances of members of a criminal gang. Everything is now ready for your release. There's only one thing left to do. These are the belongings you had when you were admitted. Do you want to take them? Do you want to take them with you? So you hover over items. When you see this decision thing pop up, the things I had on me that night, memories of the man I used to be, I think I only just take one. So if you hover over the item in question, it pops up. A scratched out lottery ticket, it didn't even have a winning number. This is one of the things I was saying about it'd be nice to have resolution settings, because some of the things are getting sort of cut off by the screen. A blank bullet, when we started holding up stores, we were just kids. We didn't need real bullets, so we carried blanks. In case we needed to impress someone. I kept this one as a good luck as a good luck charm. Clearly, it didn't work. Gave me. It wasn't brought in with my. It brought it with me on the bar. I haven't even symbol saying it didn't work all the time behind bars. Yeah, this is the thing. Like I said, it'd be nice to control the resolution. I can't do anything about this. I'm going to grab the watch because it's supposed to be from his wife, I believe. The watch that Sophia gave me. It wasn't very expensive, but I brought it with my first wage check from the restaurant. She told me that as I hadn't given her a ring, this watch would be a symbol of our commitment. Same, I didn't survive for 20 years. I'd spent behind bars. I think this is all I'll take. It's nice to have a family. Me and Sophia were young, but we were planning to get married. She came to see me while I was waiting trial, and during the first years, but he never forgave me for refusing to betray the others to reduce my sentence. The anger ate her up from the inside. More and more time passed between each visit, until one day she said she wouldn't come back. I didn't expect her to be here today, but I haven't given up hope on her. Right after I got locked up, she told me she was pregnant. She just found out and she just found out and hadn't been able to tell me before. She had our daughter Giulietti all alone. At the beginning, she brought me photos. I've never seen her in person. Don't let this girl grow up without a father, she said to me, crying. If you know something, talk to the police. Cut a deal. Your family is more important than honour. The problem with that line there, if you're in the criminal underworld, is that if you portray your associate, it's really easy for the ones outside, especially if it's an organised time, to take revenge on your family. So that's not really something that, like, if you read around this, that seems like a really silly thing for her to say. Family, honour, loyalty. The customer you're calling is unavailable. Would you like to leave a message? Yeah, let's leave a message. Hi Sophia, it's Sal here. I wanted to tell you I just got out. I'm rented an apartment. I'm looking for a job. I want to start fresh. Can we meet? I'll call you later. Salvatore Marino, you son of a bitch. Chuck. Come here, man. You look good, brother. Although you're going bald, are you ready to enjoy your freedom? What are you doing here, Chuck? What am I doing? I'm here to pick you up. Did you think we'd forgotten about you? The boss hasn't forgotten what you did, not him or anyone else. Things have changed a lot, Sal. This city belongs to us. You shouldn't have bothered. I'll take the bus. Of course I should have bothered. You're one of ours. There are a lot of snitches out there, but you're a straight-up guy. That's why we've got somewhere for you to stay and a job too. That's what family is for, right? Family. Tell the boss I'm really grateful, but I'm not interested. They've helped me rent an apartment. I want to start over from scratch. Stick to the straight and narrow. I've done enough prison for 2 lifetimes. Alright, Sal, I get it. You've just got out and you don't want to get into trouble. I respect that. But at least let me give you a lift to your apartment. For old time's sake. So, do we want to take his car, or do we want to get in the bus? Let's go with the bus. Thanks, buddy. It was good of you to come. You look great, but I'd prefer to leave the old days behind. Whatever you want, bro. Here, think about the job at least, and give me a call. I don't want any dirty business, Chuck. This isn't dirty business, really. It's easy and it's legal. Nothing shady. Would I lie to you? See you around, Sal. Okay, so this is basically, as you can see, the game is split up into 3 acts. You have Act 1, Night Falls, Lion's Den, Hero or Villain. There are moral decisions in the game which will affect how... Basically, it will affect your moral compass. You can either be going towards the law, like be basically someone who's a lawful individual, or you can be someone who's slipping back into their criminal habits. I haven't seen much of the system in the part of the game that my press code basically covers. It has a very small sort of impact. So, into the introduction. Night Falls, Act 1. I'm sorry, your profile doesn't match what we're looking for at the moment. Thanks for calling. No, I don't. I didn't go to college. I don't have any experience. And what the hell is a community manager? At least this one doesn't ask about my criminal record. A cockroach crawls out from beneath the paper. You knock it away. And then have to pick up all the litter. and put it in the bin. And in there is the number with Chuck's name on it. Hi Chuck, it's Sal here. Hey, you said something about a job, legal, no shady business. Can we meet and can you tell me more about it? Waiting by the side of the road as a car pulls up. What's this? What do you think of your new wheel, Sal? And meet Neil McNamara, the new kid. Hi. Say hello, new kid. This guy's a legend. Pay attention, you'll learn a lot. What's the business with the car? Look, Sal, the job's simple. The boss wants you to be a driver. When I tell you, you pick something up and take it from one side of town to the other. Easy as pie. And what am I going to transport? I told you I didn't want to do anything illegal. Don't worry, I promise you only have to take people, well, almost always. Chuck. If he isn't up to it, I can take care of it, Chuck. Look at the new kid. He's after your job, don't worry. Don't worry so much. It's easy money here. What's this? Cell phone. That's what they're like now. Cool, right? I'll put some numbers in the contact list. It'll show you the best routes and it's got internet access. You know what the internet is, right? I've been in prison, not on the moon, you reply softly. Let's go then. Take it for a spin. I'll call you soon and tell you where you have to go. And look after the car, okay? It wasn't cheap. I'm serious, Chuck. If anything's steady, I'm out of here. Okay, you're going straight. By the way, here's an advance and a welcome present from the boss. What were you expecting, a contract? Medical insurance? Oh, by the way, use part of that to buy yourself a suit, bro. Even if it's just a cheap one, you need to look good. So, the tailor. Looks like I still remember how to do this. Let's see. What are the buttons? Are you meant to touch the screen? Hello? How's it going, Sal? It's a nice machine, right? Sorry, cars haven't changed as much as phones in the last 20 years. That's it. Take a look at the panel behind the steering wheel. To the left are the gas and fuel indicators. If they light up, it's because something is wrong, so pay attention. We don't want you to wreck the boss's car. You got it. This is the thing I think I need to do the resolution, because I think you're supposed to be able to see these more clearer than I can. Got it. Good kid. And remember to always keep your eyes on the road. If you want to check if you're being followed or speak to a passenger in the back seat, use the rearview mirror. Although it's best not to speak to them, you're not a goddamn taxi driver. I'm not. Taxi driver doesn't get your salary, believe me. Click on the rearview mirror to view it. The image will expand to show what is behind you. Did you say someone could be following me? Well, you know, the boss has enemies and the cops are always breaking our balls, but don't you worry. Is the driving lesson over yet? You're in a great mood today. For someone who's just got out of the pen and is starting a new job, you're very prickly. Sorry. Talking about work, do you know where I have to go yet? Or am I just going to spend the whole night driving around in circles? Yes, I have your first assignment. The boss wants you to go to a warehouse on the outskirts to pick someone up. I'll call you when you're there. Okay. The phone has a map app. It will tell you where to go. The location is saved on your phone. An app? You're 1 in a million, a real joker, Sal. It's great to have you back. Speak soon. Okay, Chuck. Speak soon. Warehouse on the outskirts. Are you at the warehouse? Says Chuck. Cement company. Is this it? Right, that's where the boss has his office. What happened to the club? We still have the club, the Turk runs it. But things have changed, Sal. The world has changed. Shady business like that just gets you a bad rap and means the cops have you in their sight. Nowadays it's easier to make money if you have a reputation for being honest, at least in public. Everything else is run from here. Who's the Turk? The Turk is in charge of the club and the girls. Officially, he's the owner of On Rose, and we know the cops have their eye on him, but they can't accuse him of anything. He's just a link in the chain. Like everyone. He's reliable and he knows how to handle the girls, which is no small thing. So you're still involved with that business with the girls? I was never keen on that. Of course, the world moves on, but some things never change. Sex has always been a profitable business, and it always will be. And the Edens had a refit, looks amazing, and the girls are incredible. You should drop around sometime when you're not on duty. I heard about the business with Sophia, by the way. What do you know about her? She still lives in their neighbourhood. I know that. I see her around, but we don't talk. When you were sent down, the boss offered her a job to give, offered to help her to give her a job. She already had a job. Yeah, that's exactly what she said. But she didn't want her help, didn't want to hear from us again. I didn't want to hear from you again, that's what she told me. She was angry. Salvatore, the kid. What? She's still around, she's very pretty. And we haven't seen Sophia with anyone else, just in case you were wondering. Don't be an idiot. In case we need to break anyone's legs. Joking apart, are you going to talk to her, to ask to see the daughter? I called her. Isn't she picking up? No, nothing for now. Okay, buddy. Not another word about it. Got it. I won't go into too much of the dialogue, so I don't want to spoil the people. Alright, buddy. Get ready. Your pattern's about to sew. Who is he? A tailor. What? He's come to measure the boss up for a new suit. You're having me on. I swear I'm not. But that's not your problem. The boss wants you to take him back downtown to his store as a courtesy gesture. And you say I'm not a taxi driver. So, what did we agree, Sal? I told you that it was straightforward. Isn't the tailor enough for a big sop for you? No, I'll take the tailor. The address for his store is on your phone. Don't hang about. I have some major jobs for you tonight. At your orders. Good evening. Are you the chauffeur? Looks like it. I have to take you back to the store, right? Yes, please. There's a nasty wind. It feels like it's gonna rain. It doesn't look good. It's a night for a raincoat or a Macintosh. You might be cold with that jacket. Excuse the question, is it real leather? I don't think so. Ah. And have you been a chauffeur for long? Driver, it's my first day actually. Really? And do you like it? It could be worse, you say. That's a good way of looking at it, I guess. I love my work. Have you been a tailor for long? Too right. I started out as an apprentice almost 50 years ago. Then I opened my own store, just a simple place at the beginning, but now I make clothes for some of the most important people in town, always made to measure. It's the first time customers have given me a chauffeur. One thing's for sure, I've never had to come out this time of night if they hadn't promised to take me home. I don't like wandering around at night. The city's full of dangerous people. Do you always work so late? Wouldn't you prefer me to take you home? Not really. At this time of night I should have closed up already. But Mr. Kubika needs a suit urgently, so I think I'm going to stay and get everything ready. All this for a suit? Tailoring, particularly when it's made to measure, is a slow process. More haste, less speed, as they say. But apparently Mr. Ubika is planning to attend a social event next week, something important, with politicians, businessmen and the like. I've had several commissions for it. He'll be accompanied by his wife, who, by the way, has chosen a beautiful dress. I get you. Do you have a family? Let's go with yes. I have someone, we have a daughter. Ah, that's great. We're not in a great place just now. Oh, I'm sorry. All families have their ups and downs, but I can give you some advice. Try to sort it out. Family is the most important thing we have in this life. I just wish I dedicated more time to mine. I devoted myself to my work, and that allowed me to gain a reputation and the customers I have today. But people go and money remains. Don't let the same thing happen to you. Looks like we've arrived. You see, I told you it was going to rain. Thank you a lot for driving me. How much would a suit set me back? For you, I think I have something in your size at the store. You should drop around sometime. I'll give you a discount. Thank you. Good luck with the job. Hi, Chuck. And I think this is a good place for where we are going to end it, folks. No, it's a slightly shorter video. But like I said, I don't really want to spoil a lot of the narrative of the game, because that's where the main attraction of the game is. But you get a general feel for how the game will proceed. You're going to have moral decisions which will affect your moral standing, either towards a lawful or unlawful setting. And you're going to have whole kinds of things mixed in with like your family and interacting with people from what I've seen. And it has a very nice art style with this sort of almost comic board effect when you're outside of the car. And my only real comment was I'd like there to be some more options just for stuff like resolution and screen fit and that kind of thing, and VSync. But I've been Cornish-Knight. This has been, as always, Rearview Mirror, and it has been a Cornish First Look, and I shall see you all again next time. Goodbye.